What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 3 of the Cameroon Conquest. Hopefully this will be a good episode. This is the final group stage game of the African Cup of Nations. We of course find ourselves top of Group D going into this final game against Liberia. All to play for still, despite the fact we aren't guaranteed to make it to the knockout stages now. It's really important that we get a win, secure ourselves an easier draw in the, well, theoretically easier draw in the quarterfinals. People know, sometimes a team will finish second and they shouldn't be finishing second. But actually, now I look at it, I do realise that all the other leagues have played their game. So if we win the league, we'll get Algeria. And if we come second, we'll get Senegal in the next leg. I believe that's how it works. I may well be completely off the mark here, but just a few interesting things I thought at least. In Group A, Morocco got knocked out having not even won a game. Ivory Coast got knocked out without winning a game. And Egypt got knocked out, which I don't know. I mean, I said in the first episode that the top group, Togo, Ghana and Morocco, I thought would be close. And in Group B, I thought South Africa, Tunisia and Ivory Coast would be close. But to be honest, and Egypt to an extent, I said that Senegal, Algeria and Egypt could be close. And I thought our group was fairly easy, which as it turns out, it has been quite nice to us. But there's some pretty big shocks there, for Congo to beat Ivory Coast, that is no mean feat. And I mean, for Morocco not even to get a win. I mean, even Equatorial Guinea got a win. But no, anyway, looking at our group, we are in good stead here. It's just about getting the win. I mean, Algeria and Senegal, assuming we get one of those, which I have a feeling that's how it works. Don't quote me on that. Is there a way I can check the next stage already? Yeah, okay, so I am right in thinking we get Senegal or Algeria. So, pretty big game. Now I finish rambling about the qualifying stage. Let's just crack on straight into it. I didn't talk about in the previous episode rotating my team. I've opted to not do that simply because squad fitness is really high. The players are recovering because there's such nice long gaps between all the fixtures. And so I've not got to worry too much about rotating the squad in terms of fitness. And today is a game that, Liberia are second in our group. They can't be underestimated. But you would expect us to go out there and get a result, really. So hopefully this tactic works for us. Of course, our 3-4-3 with the holding midfielder and deep line playmaker and the very direct style of play that I've really been opting to play. Interestingly enough, they're setting up with a 3-5-2. If we can win the battle in midfield, we could score quite a lot here, I feel. My three strikers are all set, so they sit on the last man, and with them playing with three centre-backs, if we can control the ball in the centre and get the ball, obviously that's not going to be easy against their five midfielders, but should we be able to do that and be able to soak up the pressure that they put on us from midfield, we could hit them really hard on the counter-attack this game. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. The likes of Alex Song are going to need to be on form this game. Alex Song is probably the player that this formation relies on the most to have good games. But he's a very good player and I have belief in him to do it. So we'll see how he gets on here. For some reason he's the only one who reacted badly to me saying let's just play our natural game, which if anything I think it'd be the other way round, everyone else reacting badly, because Alex Song is just an absolute beast on this. He is the kind of heart of this Cameroon squad that we have. But anyway, cracking on straight into this is going to be an interesting game for us. Liberia, I can't really say they're a powerhouse of African football. In fact, I didn't even know it was a country until the start of this series. But nevertheless, we can't underestimate them. They've beaten the likes of oh gosh, who is the team in our group who no one likes? I can't remember their name now. The little team, and they've drawn with Nigeria, so we have to respect them as a team. Despite the fact we beat Nigeria 3-0, they're going to be a tough opposition, I feel. As I say that, Bukar getting a goal, but offside is given. My kind of customary glance at the linesman cut short my celebrations there. I always, it's the first thing I do, and it sometimes mutes my celebrations instead of me looking like an idiot running around my room screaming before looking at the linesman to see that they've scored. No, well, not that they've scored, that we've scored, but it's not been given. Looking like we're getting some really good early pressure though here. We're not in control of possession entirely, although we have got a small majority, and that's a really nicely worked goal actually. Njieng there with the goal, came through a crowd of players. I don't think the keeper actually saw the ball, and that made it very difficult for him to defend. So 1-0 up, Liberia yet to have a shot on goal, and we are certainly, it would seem at least, controlling the ball in the centre and getting the ball to our front three, who are causing the defence some hassle to say the least. You can see the pressure here, matching them man for man at the back, and although they have got some options at the back, our pressing style really means they don't have time to pick out a pass and find the open men. But anyway, we're working the ball around here well here. Ball is pulled back, Njieng going to win the ball, but nope. Worked away there by Liberia's defence, and now maybe they can hit us on the bet break. Tissadel down the left-hand side. Ball comes in. Cleared as the keeper came out. A little bit of miscommunication there. That's the kind of thing that could cost us a goal in a later stage and cost us the tournament. Of course, after this game it will be just straight knockout stage, so we have to keep winning. We are the favourites to win the whole African Cup of Nations tournament, and that is my expectation when I took the job. The day before the tournament started and the day before our first game, I was told, you know, win the tournament. Certainly still think that's on the cards from what I've seen of this squad. We've beaten some pretty big teams in Nigeria, and then you know, in the pre-tournament games we drew with Ghana and beat Egypt, who are two fairly big squads, you'd have to say. Obviously Egypt going out, which is a little bit of a shock, but Ghana are into the knockout stages themselves. And this pressure's really telling. I just think it's a matter of time before we bag a second. And wow, talk about colour and prediction. Suchum then with the goal down the right hand side. He's been really solid at right mid for us. Not his natural position, and he's the only right midfielder really in the squad of any real talent, but he's really holding his own there at the moment for us. We look really comfortable just working the ball around to our top men. Sometimes when you play a passing game, it can be quite tough, I guess, to break down oppositions, and you can spend a lot of time kind of passing it around in the middle of the park or in their final third without really ever getting the killer ball. And with this kind of really fast tempo but direct style of play to our front three, it just kind of feels like we're able to break down teams and create chances. So just tell the team they've been playing really well, passionate, good solid defending, midfield. Oh, okay, I didn't mean to hit that one. I wanted to tell them to... I think there's more to come from them, but I misclicked it, and now they're all demotivated. But hopefully that won't cost us. I mean, you'd hope a team talk in a game like Liberia v Cameroon isn't going to swing the game in their favour when you're 2-0 up at half-time. But yeah, working the ball around well, as I've said. Song, you can just see the way the ball always seems to be at his feet, and it's another well-worked move, and King can only parry it as far wide, and the defender has to put it out for a corner. The pressure is starting to tell. You just feel it's a matter of time before this Liberia egg of a defence just cracks open for us and the goals come flowing in. But there's only 20 minutes left now, so they are holding out for the most part. We have got a chance here, but I am just going to do a few subs. Just keep the team fresh where possible. There's no point in risking, say, an injury to the likes of Alex Song with 13 minutes left. I'm just going to bring him off, play it safe. Don't need to do anything silly. We do look really comfortable here. Just defend this now. Don't concede now after I've made these changes. That could make things a little bit nervy. I mean, you'd still expect us to see this out, even with the free changes, just because we've looked in so much control. But there's always that element of doubt when there's only one goal in it, that they can just hit you on the break. But we are on the attack here. Long shot just over the bar by Abu Bakar. Really good effort by him. 5 minutes left now, and the keeper coming a long way out to take that free kick. I was thinking that we were just going to get one of those chances where the keeper kicks it straight to the attack. But no, they're on the attack here. We need to defend this. Well defended there by the lads, but now we have a corner to deal with. And is that their keeper up? Why is their keeper going up with 5 minutes left? Can someone explain that? I've never seen a keeper go up for a corner with 5 minutes left of the game. Unless the keeper's the best header over in the team and they're trying to corner glitch against me. Why would you send up your keeper then? I actually, the new update came out, the 1.3.3 update for Football Manager, which I've not downloaded. I don't know if that addresses an issue with keepers coming up with 5 minutes left, but there are some really weird bugs in this version of the game, which I've heard have been fixed, but I'm going to hold kind of judgment for when I download the update. I'll probably do that after this game, actually. So that's an interesting one. If you don't know the updates, a load of people have done videos on them. I'm not going to do a video about it. See, it makes sense for the keeper to go up now. I can understand it now, but before, because I'm assuming that Nigeria are probably winning their game, which would leave them on well, that would leave them on 4 points. And if this finishes how it is, I don't know how goal difference is going to favour them. One sec. How do I get league table up? League table. Yeah, Liberia are still going through. Why would you send up your keeper to harm your goal difference when you're going up on goal difference? This game confuses me sometimes. We need to defend this here. Can we get it out? That will do. 30 seconds left, and we could easily hit them on the counter here in a... Wow, I want to say a 3v3, but there was like 6 players, it seemed, up for us. There just seemed to be an abundance of men streaming up from the back for us. But anyway, it looks like we're going to be winning this game with 4 seconds left. I'm expecting the whistle just to go off this free kick. I don't even know why we're taking it. Yes, the whistle goes. 2-1 win. Not as convincing, I guess, as we'd want, but it's a good win at the end of the day. It's a win that means that we have 3 wins on the bounce. We've only conceded 1 goal in all competitions, and Nigeria are out as well, which is a little bit of a shock. They must have won their last game. They won it 2-0. Not enough for them in the end, but a really good performance by us, I guess. Just looking at the stats quickly, I didn't really pay too much attention to them. You can see we had less of the ball, but they still only created 1 or 2 chances, really. 1 shot on target and it went in. I mean, my keeper must be getting pretty bored of this. But anyway, can we check what that means for the knockout stage? Okay, so we have Algeria in our next game. And Algeria are not a bad squad. Their world ranking's 27th, and ours is... What is our world ranking? I think ours is 25th. Oh, 24th. Okay, so we're slightly higher ranked than them in the world. And I think we have a little bit more quality than them, but it's not going to be an easy tie by any stretch of the imagination. They've not had the easiest, I guess, task of getting this far in the competition. They finished behind Senegal in their league. So it'll be interesting, you know. They're a little bit out of sorts, I guess. They did lose to Senegal. Conceded 3 goals as well. So 3 goals in 3 games. We've held up pretty nicely at the back. But now I'm just rambling now about nothingness. You don't need to hear me just talking about everything. Next episode will be the quarter-final match against Algeria. Should be a good one. Hopefully you guys will join me for that. Other than that, guys, it's me, Jack, and I'm out. And I'll talk to you guys in a bit.